14pq and 28p square q square, these are two terms. If you need to find their common factors, first you will write factors of 14pq. So the numerical coefficient you will factorize first. So 14 can be written as 2 into 7 and p and q can be written as p into q. So these are the four factors of 14pq. Then same way 28p square q p square q, this also you will factorize. It can be written as 2 into 7 into p square, so p into q. Now these are the factors. You will see what are common between these. So this one pair of 2 is common, then 7 is also common, and then you have p and q. So you will multiply all these common terms and get the common factor. So 2 into 7 into p into q will give you 14pq. So you can have three terms also between which you have to find the common factors, like 2x, 3x square and 4. So here common factor is 1. For the fifth one, 6abc, 24ab square, 12a square b. Between the coefficients 6, 24 and 12, 6 is a common factor of all these. 6 is a factor of 24 and 6 is also a factor of 12. So this is one common factor. Then a, if you notice, a is there here also, and here also a is there. Now b is also there in all the three terms. C is there only in the first term, it is not there in the next two terms. So you can say that here the common factor is 6ab. So for the 16x cube minus 4x square 32x, here you will see among the coefficients what can be the common factor. Obviously 4, because 16, 32, everything is divisible by 4. So among the coefficients you have 4, then see the algebraic expression part, x cube, x square and x. So the smallest one is x. So 4x will be the common factor. So P, Q and R, none of them are common factors for any of these. Only you can compare the coefficient 10, 20 and 30. So common factor for 10, 20 and 30 will be 10. So here when you compare the coefficient part, you have 3, 10 and 6. So they don't have any common factors over here. Now come to the algebraic expressions part. So here you have got x square, here you have x cube, so x square is there here, x square is there here also. And y, you have y square everywhere. Z is there only in the last term, not in first two. So the common factor over here will be x square, y square. So what we have learned now is to individually identify the common factor or the greatest common factor of two or more than two terms that can be there in an algebraic expression. Now we are going to apply the same thing what we have learned in factorizing algebraic expressions. So suppose if you are given an algebraic expression which is written as a sum of two terms or even more than two terms, sum of 3 or 4 terms. Now between those terms, if there is any common factor, then identify that common factor and take it outside the bracket. And rest of the things will be written inside the bracket. So there it can be written as a product of two terms or more than two terms. So for example, the first one, it is 7x minus 42. So there are two terms here. It is a binomial. Now the two terms are 7x and 42. So if you try to find out the common factors over here, clearly 7 is the common factor for both, because for 42 also 42 is a multiple of 7. So you can take 7 outside the bracket and write it like this. This expression can be written as 7 multiplied by x minus 6. When you open the bracket, you will get back the same expression, 7x minus 42. So this is what you will be doing now. In all these expressions, you have to identify what is the common factor? Take the common factor outside the bracket and rest of the factors will be written inside this bracket. So here this can be written as 7 into x, 7 and x. And this can be written as 7 into 6. So 7 is common and rest of the factors are x and 6. Because here it is minus sign, here also minus sign has come. So sum of the two terms has been expressed as a factor of 3 terms. So factorization will always be done to make it into irreducible factors.